Hello and welcome to the Blackout Podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. And today, I'm so happy to have my friend, my brother, artist, and founder of UCamp Studio, Francis Njoku. Thanks for coming to the podcast today.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
So, you're Nigerian and an artist. How did your parents handle that? We're like, so I want to be an artist. How was their reaction? I'm curious.
Initial years wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Wasn't easy. Growing up in, that religious tight background, average, struggling, and they basically can give you the best to become the best of what they want you to be, and you need to really impress them. That's the general thing. Like, this is Nigeria, like for real. You need to really impress your parents. Yep. That's number one. And growing up, that was a mindset. Yeah. Then trying to become an artist. You need to prove them, or you use your money now. You use your money now. Like, whose money? You go and hustle for yourself now to get most of the things you need. Mm-hmm. First of all, it wasn't really painting. It was music. Music was breaking even in Nigeria then. With the Two-Face, the big guys coming out, then Wizkid now really spoiled show for us as young people. He was small, and that level, it was like everybody wanted to be like these young guys and all that. So going back to telling my mom I want to do music and that, at first it was receptive in a way, but it was just coming from one side, my mom. Then at the other side, your result is no good and you want to do music, that kind of a thing.
Right.
You need to really impress your parents. That's the bottom line of the whole thing. Then until we started growing, and today I literally can decide what I want to do with my life. And yeah, you can.
So it was music first. I didn't even know that. I thought, okay. And then how did the arts thing start for you?
Now, when we were talking behind, you asked me how was my formative years like, back I went to a 7-day Adventist school. All right, and we do music in our school, right? Okay. Music in the sense, not like the class music, it's practical music. They do practical music there. My mom was a 7-day Adventist and she got married to a Catholic. At the time, it was a problem in the family, because
my God.
It was a problem in the family. But eventually, I went to the 7-day Adventist school, and one of the things I picked up from the school was music. They did music. They did a lot of social activities among. It's a mixed school, and I danced. I did dancing.
Wow.
I did dancing. So growing up, I've been an artist all this while. But when it fully formed, when it became a pure story for me, was UCamp Studio 2017. After the incident that actually made me sit back and see, Francis, it'd be like you go begin do something, like do your thing.
So what happened in 2017?
So it was after a long time of wallowing in my first period in the university, trying to make money in quotes, blow like whiskey, and all that. Gathering is something that almost every Nigeria does. Everybody in Nigeria does gathering. Like we gather for life. And 2017, I had a fire incident.
Oh wow!
That took out everything I was gathering.
Right.
And funny enough, the two things that survived was myself and my art books.
Whoa.
Yeah. My art books were on the dining table because that was the period I was having. My uncle would call it a point of metanoia.
What?
A point of metanoia.
No,
META. Yeah. So.
But like, why I guess, what happened then that he would?
That period, it was really crazy for me. It was really crazy. It was a lot of things were happening at the same time. I couldn't figure out myself. Like, I was literally everywhere and nowhere. Yeah, that point, everything where you put your hand inside, put your hand, it feels. And I was just struggling generally. So the fire incident was now still on the rise.
Yeah.
It was like the entire source on the whole problem, you know. So I was just broken.
Wow.
Yeah. So the last resort, that period, I was still, trying to figure out some stuff. And like I told you, I've been an art kid from way back. I've been an art kid. I draw. I do a lot of things. I would say I'm like Chris Brown. Yeah, I do a lot of things. Yeah, and if I walk into a place, I'm always looking out for how do I make this place better than I want to just put in something, create something. Like that's just been me, you know. And from seeking attention, it started off from seeking attention because that time I always want to show myself. I want to show myself. Yeah, no, you go show yourself. You know? You have to show yourself, like basically.
Right.
Yeah. So, afterwards, 2017 it was UCamp Studio, UCamp Initiative.
Wait, so the fire happened. I mean, like UCamp. How did that? Like, how do you go from fire to UCamp? What is in between the two?
Okay. You know, on our podcast, you like stories. You like the deep stories. Okay, now, I had to navigate my way through the process. It wasn't an easy thing. Yeah. I picked up some habits that really saved me. And those habits actually, quite some of them have the consequences. Some of them have, like, that was when I really intensified smoking marijuana. Like, I really started smoking, you know. And it was then that I studied and knew what it was all about. You know, I was criticized about it. I was shaded about it. I created a lot of things about it. I fell in love with Bob Marley about it. I fell in love with my art about it. I started coming from somewhere, Yeah, the society we live in Nigeria basically was or is a classicism. It's classism. I mean, there's a lot of classism. She now it's in the color. Classism.
Yeah.
There's a lot of classism in Nigeria. At the same time, there's a community. A community only embraces you when they see you have a substance, you have something they can really deal with.
Right.
And from the side I come from, it's not really blue, it's not really rosy, it's not really green, right? But I started understanding that it can be as rosy as you want it to be. You can be as green as you want it to be. It can be as abundant as you want it to be. It's your own self. Well, okay, why are you looking at the other side? Look at your own side. Now start beginning to do something about it. So that was when I started reforming and transforming everything about myself. Then UCamp was the universal point. Then UCamp is UCamp, universal camp, where the entire universe comes and converges. It first of all converges here in your mind, in your brain. The brain is God. Then the next place it converges is your environment. Actually, society is a bigger one after the environment. Environment is like your basic place where you are at that given point. Then the UCamp, then the people around you. You start affecting them. You start bringing them together. You start sharing what is happening here.
Was it all art-based?
It was all art-based because that was the only thing I could relate with.
Right.
That was the only thing I could, share the message with. And, when you talk about art is broad. Art is broad. Art is not just painting
or
drawing, singing, Those are like the basic things. I fell in love with Pablo Picasso while I was, those stages. And I fell in love with him because he was actually basically telling us that you can actually do and be everything you want to be just by being an artist. And he was saying, everybody's an artist. Everybody's an artist. Every child is an artist. As they born you now, you be artist. But you know when you lose your art, when you now begin to grow up and the society begins to
You can't do that.
push you around, you begin to lose your child. You begin to lose being noticed. People, bring out yourself, be noticed, come out. You begin to lose those things because there are a lot of expectations around you. There are a lot of people trying to form you, create you, this is what works and all that. But you have to fight it. You have to, some of us, as us like now, rebels we be. we rebelled through,
Right.
We rebelled through the whole process. But at the same time, we found ourselves. Or I'm still discovering myself actually, because I won't say, because every day I wake up is a rediscovery for me. I try as much as possible to shed a light on the good side of me and, grow and all that. So.
And the name, where did it come from?
UCamp, first of all, UCamp is universal camp. That's what it means. But I wanted to sound African, so I removed the C and made it a K. So that was a UCamp Studio. It's an initiative. It's not a place. So what we have been doing now is growing from UCamp to, we have UCraft now, UCraftStore.com, where we are trying to sell the idea of, because Nigerians, like basically where I come from, if you're not talking money, you're talking nonsense. I mean, like, if you're not talking money, you're talking nonsense. You're not passing a message. The next person has to survive. He has to show off the classism. They have to. But quite all right, it's not as important as what we are talking about deep down. Deep down. So you can basically start from the littlest thing. That's the UCamp Studio, the universal point of humanity. You need to start from the basic thing, then begin to expand to the other things. Then, what is the basic thing? Crafts. We craft our existence. This seat is a craft. This, the cameras, the aircrafts, the car craft, down to game crafts, Minecraft, and everything. So we are trying to bring in that consciousness as well with UCraft. Then our people, the people we have been paying so much attention to, has been the crafters, the indigenous crafters. They are the ones struggling to make this work. So we are trying to give them that visibility, and that's the platform, the UCraft Store.
That is brilliant, because you'd see these people in their backyard making amazing things that people don't know of, So you're kind of shining the light on, hey, this thing exists.
Yeah. It's a huge market.
Yeah.
It's a huge market. Economically, still on that, we discovered that it was about $752.2 billion. Wow. Large market, and it's progressing to 1.2 trillion by 2030 or even more.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I was saying this morning, because I was so excited when you invited me to the podcast, actually. I was really excited. I had to go Google, go through the platform. You guys have been doing a lot. Yeah. Thanks. The Blackout Podcast, it's been great. And beaming the story to what is happening in the world. We are all the same people. Globally. Everybody has a struggle. It all draws me back to my first piece I exhibited. Black and white stain each other.
Oh, was it like a painting or?
It was a painting. It's a masterpiece. It's in my house in the village. I had to keep it there. It's there. It's not for sale.
Anywhere. Okay.
Yeah. So the piece is black and white stain each other. Just like the shirt you're wearing. What is projecting the white is the black.
Right.
Same with the white. What could project the white? Like me, I'm here as a black man, here in Oyibo man land, the white man's land. And I'm here to basically work, show myself, get opportunities, expand myself, expand my network, meet new people. So, and I believe what can actually project us out is bringing it back to the context, black and white stand each other. What can actually project us out is the odd things, the odd things that people basically don't actually think of about life.
Yeah, a friend of mine used to say you have to embrace your weird. I stole that one. Like, I love you. Like, it's that weird thing about you that makes you that person you are. So why are you hiding that thing?
I believe it. That is exactly what it is. So my formative years to UCamp, to UCraft today has just been a process, like the whole process.
How did you come up with that name though? Like black and white stain each other? Because
plenty things happened to me. Plenty things happened to me, Israel. Plenty things happened to me. 2017 was, I went from, I was alone. So that period of being alone was where I discovered that was when black and white paint stain each other was painted. That was when my grandma would say, hook is not catch.
Oh.
You know, that was when the piece hook is not catch was also done. They were not just paintings for me, they were just messages. There were things that I sat with people, older people in the hood. Back in the days, I would just move to where we normally stay, gather guys. You know, there are little people that were really affected like me, so we will share our stories. We will just stay there, we would smoke, we would talk, we would share our stories. We were actually saying things that really affected us, and knowledge and wisdom was flowing at that point. You're right. And I believe wherever they are, they're also, you know, going through their own rejuvenation process, re-elevation process, no matter what case is, right? So that was a point for me too. At that time, I was turning, I was changing, and I'm here today, and I'm still growing.
So the other thing that pulled me in your Instagram, this 100-day thing you're doing, tell me about that.
All right, the 100 is a project. It should have started actually, but the financial constraints on it, and I'm here to. I'm going to give it a good shot here. I wish I got my the sketches. I brought it out on the bed, but I forgot it while I was coming out here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it's a 100-piece art piece that will be celebrating abundance. It's going to be celebrating abundance. And I was asking, what is abundance if not the infinity within? If not that thing that's happening within you that you need to bring out? You need to outshine it. That's abundance. And just like we are discussing about UCraft, UCamp, we are trying to also celebrate abundance. You don't need so much to live a good life. You don't need to acquire. You can remember what I was saying, what happened to me in 2017, Israel.
You were gather.
You wait till they gather for.
Exactly. At a point, you have to be like, I'm okay.
You don't even need to be okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
You don't need to pause and say you're okay.
As you are.
You're okay. Like you're okay, Africa. You're okay. There's a group I follow. Like you're okay, Africa. You're okay. You're sustainable from your home. Israel, I became a gardener. I had a garden in my house. God willing, my father had a compound. He built a house. There was a free space where we weren't using, and there was a lot of. I influenced my people. They started farming. Not like, okay, we do it already. We normally do it because if I hadn't grown up in the kind of family I came from, I wouldn't have known. But we had to go back to those things because it became a thing because we started going. White collar job doesn't stop you from doing what you have to do. Being Tony Elumelu, being I'm mentioning the people I admire right now, being someone like Adeleke or being someone like DJ Kupi's daddy should not stop you from doing the basic thing. I saw someone like Ayim Pius and he went back to farm. He was a senator back in the days. He was in his farm. I said, if this old man that has really served the country and this far is still thinking of this thing, like, yeah, forget about the money they've packed and all that, but you need food, you need clothing, you need shelter. These are basic things, Mike. It's basic things. It doesn't matter where you get them from. It's that is there is there. It's abundant. It's there that is there. So the basic minimum you could do for yourself is get doing something that will benefit or bring it, sustain it, bring it, do it. The farm was there. I did a lot of things. I planted flowers and trees. Then there was a program. The first project we did in UCamp Studio was UCamp initiative was Hood for Good. Yeah, that was the first.
What was that?
We painted about 10 homes.
Oh wow!
Contributed, like the neighborhood was that was where I came. That was where my father came in, and that was where I found myself. The neighborhood. So we gathered people. They contributed money among themselves. So we bought paints. We painted the entire neighborhood, planted some flowers and trees, cleared the bushes around. You know, Nigeria is not ugly. Africa is not ugly. You know, the only difference between this place and that place is one, climate. That's the first thing I noticed because
talking about that, like okay, there is getting warmer, but what was the experience of winter like?
Yeah, it was like a shift, man. It was a shift. It was a shift. Yeah, it was a shift, like serious shift. Yeah. I'm still getting adjusted to it though, but it's getting, like you said, the spring is coming and it's getting a little bit warmer. And so it's a shift basically. Then the best thing I could do is to get adjusted to it. Just get adjusted to it and move on.
So talking about like with your artwork and stuff, what's your process when you're making something?
Technical process first. When I went back to school, I had to go back to some trainings, got a lot of mentors, people. Shout out to Dr. Kelechi Opara. He's one of the best men like I met. Wow. And he gave me the mentorship. Like taught me how to do priming, canvas and all that. But I'm trying to shift beyond that technical part now because art has no bound, man. Doesn't have a bound. Yesterday I was with Ryan Zen Sound something, where I went to experience sound therapy. Yeah. I'm trying to create something crazy, something different, something nice about those pieces I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And it ranges from, I wish I had my book here, but I'll be talking about a few topics. All right. Things about prayers, things about scarcity, the mindset scarcity, things about money ritual. Yeah. There's something really scary that from when you're coming from Nigeria, they will talk about this guy do money ritual, you do blood money. There's nothing really like that. Let's just be frank with ourselves. There are entities that actually govern like our existence, right? But it's more about sacrifice. No matter how deep you go, no matter how extensive you go into these things, you know that person that is doing amazingly well in the society has paid a huge price. You've paid a very, very deep price. And it all boils down to every aspect of life too. Every aspect of life, no matter how little, great, there's always a price you've been paying in that system that you're building, that thing that you're building.
So what are some future plans for UCamp and UCraft Store?
All right, we want to create an environment, number one. Like, first of all, UCraft Store. UCraft Store is selling right now. You can go ucraftstore.com. First of all, businessman, Igbo man, you have to go and buy markets. Yes. Just go on UCraft Store, order crafts. You can follow up the line, contact there, order directly. They make for you. We ship down to anywhere you are in Nigeria. Then we are working on international incorporations by God's grace. But I would rather incorporate UCamp Studio as a foundation, as something, because we want to create this idea for Nigerians. We want it to be a lifestyle for Nigerians to be sustainable.
I'm like, yeah.
If you come to an estate now, there was this thing that really thrilled me. There's a public garden here. Public garden that has gym equipment. Boys go there now, go to the gym every day. It's going to be of benefit, because there are a lot of people that want to go to the gym, but they don't have that 10K, 20K every month to go to the gym. So, but if you have this thing, basically, for them, it has created an abundance for them, for something. And with time, in the next 10, 20 years, it's not going to be anything again. The generations to come embraces it as a lifestyle. It becomes a circle. This is just what it is. All right? It becomes normal, right? Now, we are transphasing into electrical cars and automobile, which is very, very sustainable and all that too. Now, where are these people going to be charging these things? All right? Where are they going to be charging it? We need solar farms in those areas. That's neighborhood, sustainable energy. And ETC, it touches every aspect of life, but it started from just being an artist. It just started from me just being an artist.
And that's the thing, like you keep saying, it is like being an artist isn't just painting or dancing. It's like, it's all these things.
Yeah.
And you touched about this earlier on, so I'll just bring it back again. With this question, I love asking my guests, what is something that happened before you were 17 that plays a huge role in who Francis is today?
A lot.
Pick just one.
A lot. Israel. A lot. I crashed my mom's car. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I was really if I was here, they would diagnose me of maybe ADHD. I had those growing up. I was spitting a lot. African parents now.
Yes. Tell me about it.
I had to swear to myself. I had to tell myself, look, I'm going to be better than I am. I just had to tell myself that.
Wow.
And growing up, I now had to understand that, see, I wasn't really bad though. I was just living out my best side. Like I was just being myself then. But that was it was a well-deserved spanking. It was a well-deserved.
I'm curious. How did this accident happen?
Not sure. Not sure. Artist savvy. You want
to impress.
You want to impress.
Yeah.
You want to see you are learning. Yeah.
Right.
That kind of a thing. Yeah. And at the time, it all boils down to that exuberance. That's I want to do. It helped me discover myself. It helped me take risk at many points. My bucket list, I want to skydive.
Good luck.
Yeah. I want to see, but that's like one of my bucket lists. The first time I flew, they were telling me, see, if you fly, you go do like this. I was praying to sit on the window. I was praying.
So you like,
yeah. So I sat on the window. I said, bad, God created.
Right.
Yeah. The plane was flying, it was descending. I was like, wow. So if there is safety nets on how you can experience it, why not?
No, I mean, to be fair though, like skydiving is relatively safe. And I think there's a place actually not too far, maybe like an hour or two from here.
You don't give me address.
I'll check it out and say, oh, no, really? Like, I have a friend, and
I'm gonna try that
they
shit.
strap you in, and then the person will like do...
He's safe, but
yeah.
I'll fly now.
And she actually had a video from the thing, so they'll record you when you're coming down and everything.
Beautiful. Like I'd love to experience that, because this shit called life, man, is about the experience. It's about the experience. if you decide to gather, you get to a point where you be like Solomon. you be like Solomon. Like,
Right.
you know, it's not like it's not important. It's not like you don't need a beautiful house. You
It
don't need
isn't
a beautiful,
everything.
yeah, you don't need a beautiful car to take you around. You don't need to, but it shouldn't be the core value. It shouldn't be the core thing about you being being a human being. It shouldn't be the core thing. Everybody's here to experience that same thing you want to experience. So if we begin to put it as a core thing now, wars and every other thing comes out.
Wow. I mean, the work you're doing is amazing, and I can't wait to see what comes out of this 100-day series. You brought so much magic in everything you do, and I want to send you away with a little bit of my own magic.
Okay.
So write a number between 1 and 60. Don't show me. You can show the camera as long as you're done. And these magic cards will help me show you your number. So, yeah, write the number. When you're done, show it. I'm not going to look at it.
So how do I get to?
These cards will help me tell you what the number is. It just has to be between 1 and 60.
1 and 60.
Okay, you can show the camera so they see.
So how do I show the camera?
Just point to it. Okay. Let's do this. So this number is going to be in at least one of these cards, okay? But it can be more than one. So I'll need your help. Is your number here?
Nope.
No. Is it here?
What if I say no?
No, you have to tell me which card your number is.
Yes,
Is
it's
here?
here,
Okay. Is it here?
No.
No. Is it here?
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Is it here?
Nope.
Is it here?
Yes.
So it's only in these two cards.
Yes.
Mr. Francis Njoku of the UCamp Studio and UCraft Store, your number is 9. Is it?
No way! No way!
Is it 9?
God, no way! Did it tell him?
No, nobody is. I don't have any mic. See, no mic. Nothing. I don't have any, no headphones, I mean. I have my mic on. Yeah, 9. Okay. Francis, thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for coming to the podcast today.
All right. How did you do this?
Magic, man. Magic. We're good.